week. It's Dallas week, everybody. And welcome back to another episode of Angry Birds Fans Hangout. I'm your host, Hydro. We're coming off a victory over the Chicago Bears on Sunday. And also the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Jaguars in overtime. It was a start to a great week. It really was. It was like, Victory Monday, enjoying it. But, of course, Victory Monday could not last long. Breaking news came out on Monday. Jalen Hurts has suffered a sprained shoulder. And obviously it came from that one hit he took when he was running the ball, where the Chicago Bears defender fell right on him and drove him into the ground. And he was slow to get up during that play, but I just thought, okay, maybe he might have just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit, or just hold on, let me get my bearings first before trying to get back up. But that appears to be the play that he injured his shoulder, but he continued to play, and really you couldn't tell that he had a sprained shoulder or injured shoulder after that hit, because he went 6 for 9 for 102 yards. I think he rushed for 10 yards or something, and rushed for a touchdown. He still played magnificent after even being injured. So now the thing is, it kind of spoils the matchup now between the Eagles and the Cowgirls, because I really wanted Jalen Hurts to go in there and beat them again, do exactly what he did to them in the first game, and do it again this game, except do it to them with Dak Prescott playing as their quarterback. And it's starting to look like that might not happen, but it's too early to say. They have not ruled him out, but the consensus is that he may not play in this game on Saturday, so he doesn't continue to injure that shoulder, just for precautionary measures, I guess. And really, this game against Dallas is not as important as it was 6 weeks ago, because right now, with them losing and there's only 3 games remaining, 3 games remaining, and even if we were to lose 2 of those remaining 3 games, we would still have the number 1 seed in the NFC, still have home field advantage throughout the playoffs and that first round bye. But it's just, I don't know, I'm just kind of is it like the Philadelphia curse or something? Because it happened to Carson Wentz when we went to the Super Bowl, but he got put out for the rest of the year. But he was having an MVP year that year, and he didn't win just because he got injured. And I don't really care about the MVP talks. I'd rather us go, get to the Super Bowl and win it, rather than Jalen Hurts win the MVP. And I'm pretty sure if you ask Jalen, hey, what would you rather have? Would you rather have an MVP, or would you rather have a Super Bowl? And I guarantee you he would rather have a Super Bowl. He probably doesn't care about these MVP talks. The only thing that MVP, if he won an MVP, would help him out in getting a decent, contract. But even with the way he's playing now, and if the team does go to the Super Bowl, he's going to get a big payout. So I really wouldn't worry about that, but it's just I kind of feel bad for him, because it happened to Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz was playing. Carson Wentz should have won the MVP in 2017, but because of the injury, and they just once a player gets injured, that's it. They tend to just drop him off the list for some reason. They just don't even look into the body of work they did. But now we have a potential of Gardner Minshew coming in. And wouldn't it be great if Gardner Minshew went into Dallas and took took that game and gave us the number one seed in NFC? That would probably be the best thing ever. Like, I think I would rather have Jalen Hurts play, but it just would be great for Gardner Minshew to go in there, our backup quarterback, going up against their starting quarterback and their team, because as you know, most of these Cowboys fans complain that they didn't have their starting quarterback, that we beat them with their backup quarterback. But what if we went in there and beat them with our backup quarterback and sealed that number one seed in the NFC? That would be the greatest Christmas gift all of us Eagles fans can have, for them to go in there and just seal up everything. And guess what? Jalen Hurts won't even have to play for the rest of the season. And then we could rest our people, rest our starters, keep them fresh. I mean, I wouldn't not play them until maybe the last game of the season. I would still play them probably against the Saints, but against the Giants, we already played them. We beat them, so if we already have that number one seed locked up, then just play our backups against the Giants. That game is not important. And then you'll still have another week to work on, work on the offense, work on defense, and get ready for the next round of the playoffs. So, and there's also a good possibility we might meet Dallas again. That's if they actually win a playoff game this time. But I mean, the way they look, they might not win. Especially, it depends on who they go against. They might not win a playoff game, but we'll see. So, I just think that Gardner Minshew, I really do believe. It's not that I think. I do believe, with the team that we have and the type of quarterback that Gardner Minshew is, that we can go in there and beat Dallas. Now, would the offense look like it does with Jalen Hurts in there? Probably not. It's probably not going to be as explosive, and we're probably not going to be scoring like at will on every drive with Gardner Minshew in there, but we will definitely we will still score points. We'll still be able to move the ball. I think we will probably control the ball probably better with Gardner Minshew in there. Like, we'll probably control the clock. We'll probably have long, sustainable drives because of the game plan. I think Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, Stoutland, they're going to create a plan that will make the offense work around Gardner Minshew, and just because, to me, like, Gardner Minshew's he's probably a better intermediate passer than Jalen Hurts is. Like, he's probably more comfortable doing intermediate passes than Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts will kill you over the top. Like, he'll use his legs, but Gardner Minshew is not. He's not known for his running abilities, but he can definitely kill you in the intermediate game. Like, he'll get out the pocket, he'll hit that intermediate read, and just kind of like chip away at the yardage and get first downs that way. I don't think they're going to open up the playbook as much either with Gardner Minshew in there. I think it's going to be more of a basic style of play. They're not going to run a lot of different schemes like they would with Jalen Hurts. It's going to be more of a basic package, which, I mean, might hurt us in a way, because that's not the type of offense we are. We're not a basic, like, look offense. We like to run different looks and different schemes, with tight ends and, with different sets of receivers and then the running backs. So it's probably going to be more of a traditional type offense, but the Dallas defense, I don't think they'll still be able to stop it. They weren't able to stop it in the first game, and they got the exact same defense out there, and plus they got even I think they have injuries, so they don't even have the same people that were starting in the first game playing in this game. But I have to look at their injury report and see who they will be missing on defense during this game. But I just think the defense makes stops on their offense. As long as their defense gets the Cowboys offense off the field and our offense maintains drives and scores, we got to put up points. We'll be able to win this game. But I'll go into more of a in-depth analysis or discussion of the game. Probably on Friday. I was going to do it on Wednesday, but with the injuries now to Jalen Hurts and then trying to see if Dallas Goedert is going to come back for this game, I'm going to wait till everything comes out, and that'll give us more of an insight on how the two teams will match up. So, still waiting on word. But the latest so far is Jalen Hurts might not play. I mean, it's not definitive, but they're probably not going to risk him, this close to the postseason. Especially we already made a playoff. So regardless of what happens with the rest of these games, even if we don't lock up a number one seed, we still made a playoff. So we need Jalen Hurts to be healthy by the time the playoffs start. So we I just it was just a big surprise to me when I saw it, and I just it just ruined like the game. Like I was looking forward to this game, and now I'm like I am still looking forward to the game, and I think it's just not. I'm not as hype as I wasn't even as hype as I was before Dallas lost to the Jaguars. Like once the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Jaguars, it made the game less appealing because now we know that there's unless we implode now with Jalen Hurts being hurt, I don't know, and having to play Gardner Minshew. We just have to see how everything goes. But this is a good team. This is a good coaching staff. It's a good team. They've been resilient all year. They have come up with. I mean, I'm not gonna say they have come up with great game plans because they haven't. I mean, there's been a couple of games I think the game plans weren't great. Like just this past game against Chicago was not great. I think they were just trying to do too much in the game, and of course, it got Jalen Hurts hurt with the kind of game plan they had. But I think they should go. They should have went into the Chicago Bears game with just a simple game plan. Just like I said, they need to be more balanced. Just run the ball, feed off the run, then do play actions or RPOs and pass the ball and just move the ball downfield. Didn't need to really run Jalen. I mean, he probably had to run in a few occasions due to pressure and stuff, but these design runs, other than that one where he took off on a blitz to get the 22-yard touchdown, those plays I understand, but we need to keep him fresh for the playoffs. Like I don't care if he run 100 times in the playoffs, as long as we win, and it doesn't in the Super Bowl and we win. But that's just to cap off the year, as long as he doesn't get hurt, of course. So what do you think? Do you think if Jalen Hurts does not play in this game against the Dallas Cowboys, do you think Gardner Minshew, Uncle Rico, can come in there, go to AT&T Stadium, and take down the Dallas Cowboys and get us a number one seed in the NFC? If you ask me, I think he will, and I believe he can. The way the Cowboys playing, their defense has been playing soft lately. I think we just go in there and punch them in the mouth, run the ball down their throat. We definitely going to have to establish the run, but let me not get into that yet. We'll do that later on when we do the pregame. We look at the preview to this Eagles Cowgirls matchup. But just let me know what you think. Like I said, you can contact me on Twitter at UMCIE. Leave me comments or messages there. If you want to join the episode or just give me your opinions on the games or in the upcoming games, shoot me a comment or message, and I will address it here on the podcast. I will give you a shout out and address your opinions or comments or questions, and I'll try to answer those if you have those. You could also message us and follow us on Facebook at Angry Birds Fans Hangout, and send us comments, messages there, any questions, and I'll answer them here on the podcast. I'll get back with you on Facebook or on Twitter. And if y'all want to come on one of the episodes and talk Eagles, just let me know. I'll send you a link. You come on here. I can have you on as a guest, or just I have more than one person on here at a time, and we could just talk Eagles football and talk about what's happening with our team. So just let me know. But for those of you who have subscribed and who do listen to the podcast, I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate your support. And if you are listening, you should be the ones trying to get onto the podcast and having a conversation with me and every Eagle fan that listens to this podcast, and let them know how you feel about your Eagles and how they did in the previous game and in the upcoming games, especially this upcoming game against the Dallas Cowgirls. I need some of your comments and some of your opinions on what you think. So we got to represent our Eagles and let these Cowgirls fans know what's up, that we're, this is our house, this is our year from this point on. It's Eagles. It's, all this Cowboys talk, the mainstream media always hyping up these Cowboys. That's why we got all these, content creators for the Philadelphia Eagles, and even some of our beat writers do a great job of representing our Eagles. And, we got a lot of good representation out there. And if you don't, just look up some of these Eagles content creators. They're great. They do a very good job. So I appreciate all the work they do, and it is entertaining, and I enjoy their stuff. So until next time, Dallas sucks. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds.